Hey there, I'm Arnold, and I'm your host for A with Ashok. And every week we will dive into stories, strategies, and mindsets of inspiring readers in the small business community. Whether you're squeezing in and listen during your workout, or you're doing your commute, or just relaxing, so we're thrilled to have you with us on this journey. Okay. So, in this pilot episode, we're kicking things off with our special guest, Usha Sagar. Usha is a holistic empowerment coach and a founder of Jeevi Wellbeing Services. She'll be sharing her unique journey as a business owner and offering her insights from her experience working with entrepreneurs to overcome challenges and thrive. Welcome, Usha. It's fantastic to have you here.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir. Same here. Same here. Thank you.
All right. Okay, Usha, before we dive into questions, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. I hope my voice quality is right. And
Okay.
yeah, so about me, well, I'm the founder of Chivi Mental Health and Holistic Wellbeing Services. I'm also the counselor and empowerment coach. I've got a chance to do studies in earlier in commerce with business management and computer science as well. And gradually, I always was so interested with human behavior. So I started doing counseling in the during my 40s, and then after I did psychological science, and that was also very interesting. So yeah, I'm here. Meanwhile, I also got the chance to work with Lifeline Australia as the suicide prevention and crisis support worker. Since 2000, I've been always involved working with vulnerable people, whether in paid work or voluntary work. So I'm really honored for that.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Usha. So that was a very extensive background, rather. So let's now dive into the questions. So my first question to you is about your background and your motivation. So first off, what inspired you to become a holistic empowerment coach? And was there any specific experience or moment that led you down this path?
Yes, of course. When I finished my psychological studies, during that time I was planning to start my career in psychology, especially. And then after, meanwhile, my very close family member got stroke, which affected all the areas of his life. His right hand side body got paralyzed, and apart from that, he had lost his speech for some time. It affected his memory. He lost his job. It was very a great job in the esteemed organization. And it also affected his relationship and his personal life. So I got the chance to do more research and found that World Health Organization says that 1 in 5 people will get stroke each year. So that was very scary. And then after, I also saw different other statistics like mental illnesses, chronic uh, illnesses, and all. And that is in the rise, unfortunately. And what could be done about that, about those things? And I felt that there are employee assistance programs in every organization in Australia. Even it was there where my close family member worked. But seeing the statistics, hardly 10 to 12% people utilize these kind of programs. First thing. Second thing is that even after they utilize, what is the focus? Because health is not only the product, byproduct of what we are working on in our mind, but it also includes what we are doing at physical level, whether we are doing exercise or not, whether we are eating right food or not, our diet, balanced diet, as well as also proper sleep. So all of these are very great pillars apart from the family and social relationship. So are they looked after properly or not? So my what my focus, my vision is to reach many of the businesses and provide 100%, like address the needs of 100% of employees, see their challenges, what challenges they are facing, and address those challenges in a unique way. I bring the team of counselors, coaches, yoga practitioners, dietitians, empowerment coach, that is me. And we all work together in different areas and address the issues faced by the employees. No more people need to remain in the denial mode. My that family member felt, oh, I'm so young yet to address some issues. Whether like we take it for granted many times. We are at denial stage. So it is very important to be mindful about what is happening. This will help preventing major issues in the future.
All right. That was a very interesting journey right there. So, from what I understand, so you know, mastered or you did an experience with your family had led you down to this path, right?
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Okay then. So I see that you offer mental health and holistic well-being services. May I know when it started and what made you decide to establish it?
Would you mind repeating the question? When did I start
When did you
and
start?
what made me this?
Yeah, what made you decide to establish the, offering mental health and holistic well-being services?
Yeah, this that was the 2021 that I decided to start my career in mental health and holistic well-being service. Yeah,
Okay, perfect. And as I look at your company Facebook page, that was Jeevi Wellbeing Services. You not only work on corporations, but you also work with schools, employees, community or religious groups. Am I correct?
yes, yes, absolutely. We all require the holistic well-being. The name exactly is GV Mental Health and Holistic Well-being Services. On Facebook, we can't keep that long name, so it has been made as GV Wellbeing Services. But yes, we offer services to different uh, yeah, different organizations, including school or other people as well. And this is my really long-term vision. However, it is still in the stage, very initial phase. Even though it has been 2 years, it is still in the initial phase of establishing its own brand. I'm the empowerment coach. I also specialize in trauma recovery, and I help the women with domestic violence or abuse or yeah, trauma issues. So right now, if like I would say, my main source of income is relying on this business, like helping clients individually or in group. However, as I mentioned, GV is my dream, and providing connecting with different people from different background, and that is my long-term vision. I'll continue working on that.
All right. Thank you very much. And what are the core principles that you follow when working with this diverse set of clients? I hear that you also work with women, in domestic violence, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah. I mean,
sure. So
there's.
the core principle,
Sorry, go ahead.
yes, they I think recognition, self awareness is something very essential thing. Like before we start driving, we learn the rules. So similarly, yeah, like being self aware, learning what learning the rules are some core principles. I establish strong self image in them. I help them being more resilient, knowing their strengths. So not focusing like on the weaknesses all the time, but the strategies to deal with the weaknesses, and also utilizing 100% of the strengths to move ahead in life, and that has helped most of the time. And controlling, very important, controlling the inner critic and self doubts also helps a lot.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And how do you help clients uncover their own strengths and potential? And are there any unique techniques or tools that you rely on?
Yeah, yeah. I'll have to share my business secret over here. But yes, I'm happy to see. So yeah, I'm very much I have specialty with different therapies, meditation, and tools, and there are different strategies, techniques, and all. However, first of all, I like to know the client. What are the client's goals? What are the client's strengths? That is very important. What is client's vision? If it is not there, then gradually knowing, making the client aware, because these are some very important light sources. When the client becomes aware about that goal, they know where what direction they should be walking, and then after to introduce them with all the tools and techniques that will help them achieve what they really want. So yeah, I use sometimes, apart from self-awareness, also CBT or DBT or mindfulness, different meditations, affirmations. So this is really so important. When we are small babies, what happens is we are dependent on our importance others to feed us, to love us, to make us feel safe. But what happens when we grow? Gradually, no doubt, by observation learning, we learn what independence is like. We learn doing things on ourselves. We learn about what is our taste of food, what is our favorite food, what do we enjoy, and all those things. But many times, like, we forget that emotionally also we need to be independent, and that is something, like, many times we stop ourselves from reaching our highest version because of our self-doubt, limiting thoughts, beliefs, and inner critique. So yeah, when person is equipped with knowing this properly, they are able to function greatly. So that is something I utilize in my coaching and counseling.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And how do you integrate different aspects of wellness like mental, spiritual, and physical into your coaching?
Yes, it is also like as I customize the program, and these are the important pillars. Like we have to like mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. When I say spiritual, it does not have to be related with a religion. It has to be being aware about your own self. Now, if you have a Ferrari car, and one boy just was sat on the driver's seat but was very hesitant. Would he be able to drive or not? Not confident. And drive a little bit alone. Second boy, what did he do is he was very adventurous and he felt I can do it, very positive. He started driving. He did accident and then again tried driving. He hurt himself. Family was there in the car. He hurt those members sometimes, but still did not give up and continued his efforts in that. And the third one, he saw Ferrari. He knew it is very expensive car, but he utilized, like, he invested in learning correct way to drive the car, knowing the car. utilized or the some skills or invested his time, meeting the people who drove the car before him, learning from those people. And ultimately, then when he said he started doing better than other two boys, he drove very well, he kept his family safe. And yeah, so I think I integrate different, these all are very important pillars. As a coach, I help the people who falls in the third group, the boy who would like to learn, get coaching, correct coaching, and drive Ferrari safely and keep his family safe. When I say this, I mean that if we are not driving our life safely, we of course hurt ourselves. We waste our life. Sometimes, I mean, time and the life, we don't live life in our full potential. We hurt many of our relatives, family. So that happens when we are not equipped enough, when we are not enough, aware about what we are doing, where we are going. So yeah, there um, coaches like me come into picture to um, hold the hand and teach correct ways and teach how to balance the things. I
Okay.
hope I've answered your question.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Usha. So what common concerns that small business owners would share with you about?
Sure. Small business owners are usually concerned about not only the client acquisition, that is the main worries, but it is about it is about their worries, the stress, and how they are going. I think my role in supporting small business owners is more focused on growth mindset. Yeah, the options, focusing on their strengths, learning the effective way to manage their time, priorities, and seeing the options available for them, making them more resilient and more powerful in making the decisions. So, yeah, but again, coming to the small business owners, I think most of them are struggling in with client acquisition.
Okay. Thank you for that one. So, what are your thoughts about decision fatigue, which most, if not all, small business owners face?
Oh, sure. Yes. I guess decision fatigue is the wastage of time, resources, and opportunities. And let's take the example of car first. Like, for an example, if we want our destination is 20 minutes away, but if we are driving the car and visiting every side street while driving, then what will happen is it will be the wastage of our time, resources, opportunities. So, and it might take 2 hours to reach our destination because we are either we get distracted with beautiful things on the way, we might stop there, we might keep visiting different places, and same thing happens when we keep making more and more choices and we are not focused. And this could be prevented when we have clarity of what we want. We have focus on those things. And then after, the skill to still our mind, that is also important. It is like having a baby in the car, and baby might be wanting different thing all the time or crying many a times, and we keep focusing on what how to pacify the baby. What shall I do? And stopping on the way again and again to do something for the baby. So and that wastes the time a lot. So it is important to first of all connect with the baby and knowing the needs of the baby. If the baby is hungry, feeding the baby in advance, and then after keeping the toys or that music in the car going, the rhymes and all, that would keep the baby pacified or either the baby might sleep and we'll be able to reach where we want to reach. When I say about baby, I would say about our mind. So our mind is also like, asking for something. Many times we neglect that needs of the mind, or we avoid thinking that the mind also might be needing something. Meditation is the best way, which makes us strong with our focus. And also, gradually, we know our vision. We become more patient. We have more self control, and we start trusting our abilities gradually as we start achieving small milestones. So we are clear about what we want, how we would like to have that. So yeah, these all things make a big difference. So the ideal thing is using Pomodoro technique, and having mindfulness meditation, asking ourselves what are my three limiting beliefs, or the beliefs that might hold me reaching my goals, vision, and values, and having positive affirmations all the time. But yeah, keeping an eye on mind, what is going on in mind, and working on those things instead of neglecting that inner voice. So yeah, that might help in combating the decision fatigue.
Okay, thank you so much, Usha. So, my next question here is about your personal philosophy. So, how would you maintain, or how do you maintain your balance and energy while you're helping others? Are you having any daily practices or rituals?
Yes, I make sure that I also have a balanced diet. I also make sure that I do my meditation every day, at least 15 minutes every day, the deep breathing exercise. I do the physical exercise as well. So, and I believe in myself. I'm still work in progress. I would not say that I have become perfect, and by all my experiences and by what I have studied. But yeah, I'm still work in progress. I'm still learning. But yeah, I combat decision fatigue by also making my mind still, recognizing my boundaries, what are my boundaries, and allowing myself the buffering time whenever I need to between the work, and doing some good affirmations. So that is what helps me.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. So that I think that answers your question. That you mentioned that you also encountered or experienced decision fatigue yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay then. Um, if you had to give, so my next question is, if you had to give one piece of advice, um, to someone starting on their own self empowerment journey, what would it be?
Sure. This is really important. And I think personally, what is helping me is the beautiful Bible verse that everything is permissible to me, but everything is not beneficial. Everything is permissible to me, but I won't be mastered by anything. And again, when it comes to me, like knowing our thoughts is really so important. We would not invest financially somewhere where we don't get any return, right? So more than that, many times we ignore our own thoughts, what thoughts we are thinking, because that is what creates all other possibilities around, whether it is in business, career, relationship with friends, family, or anybody else, or your productivity. So choosing the thoughts which really helps. And that is what I will encourage, that be mindful about what you are thinking and whether they are helpful or not. And yeah, people like me are there to make to help and support if required. Being your ideal version, being your highest version.
All right, thank you so much for that. Um, Now, what's your approach when clients face setbacks, and how do you help them push through?
Sure. I validate their unique challenges, and their experiences are real. Their hearts are real. And I listen non judgmentally, and I provide positive regards, unconditional positive regards to them. And when they are ready, I like to explore with them about what are their strengths, how to lead them towards their highest version, what are the choices outside, um, which might help them more. And certainly, they then, yeah, uh, with the work together, some people might take less time, some people might take more time, but we reach there gradually most of the times. Yeah, that is how, that is what my approach to help clients when they face setbacks. And yeah, encouraging, motivating, accepting is what pushing, yeah, helps me in pushing them through.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, without revealing any specifics, could you please share a memorable success story from a client that you work with, like small business owners? Do they, could you share a memorable success story?
Yeah, sure. There are so many memorable success stories, and I get very encouraged and inspired by the clients as well. They are amazing. One of the story what I would say is about a mom who like was so much disconnected, isolated, being in the household where she was limited with and abused. So yeah, I think when she had connected with me, like even though she was highly educated, she never used those skills. And like yeah, it was difficult for her, but and like being suicidal, depressed most of the time, and being identified as the person with the mental health issues, and yeah, losing the respect, and I think confidence in and self-worth. And yeah, what like yeah, I feel that first thing I started listening, knowing her more, and acknowledging, accepting her needs. And gradually, there was a time when she was ready to trust on herself, get connected with the voluntary work. And then after next phase, she was like, and of course, at voluntary work, she got connected with some positive people, and she found that she was being accepted, and she learned about herself that she is not what like what other people defined her, like that she was not that definition, she was more than that. And she did there were so many things she was doing that was not acknowledged, but that did not mean that she didn't have those strengths, or she was not doing the invaluable work for her family and for the children. So she was already like she learned about her own strengths gradually, which were already in her. It was only about connecting her with her those strengths. And gradually, yeah, she gave the advertisement on Gumtree about tutoring that she can do that. She started with one student, gradually it increased to two. Today, she is running her own institute. She's teaching so many students. She has also hired the staff, and she has now she's utilizing what she's utilizing all her strengths, all her assets, resources, and she is very satisfied. And now, like, and the way she was defined earlier, like having person having mental health issues and not enough, kind of now she is appreciated, admired, and she is listened to. So the things have changed, and she's very proud person. Her life is completely different. So yeah, I'm also very thankful and honored to get connected with her and being a part of her story and witnessing her story.
Wow, that's a very good or very great story right there. So you could see the transformation from, having this mental health issues, and now she is being respected. So that's a very good transformation with your help. So kudos to that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm honored. Yeah.
Yeah. All right then. So let's go on with the trends and the future. So are there any trends or changes in wellness and empowerment coaching that you're excited about?
Okay. Are there any trends or changes in wellness and empowerment coaching that I'm excited about? Yes, I guess that people have and are being aware. More and more awareness is there. People have started recognizing that there is the internal force that is damaging their relationship, that is damaging what they are doing. So there is great awareness like never before because of the online videos and reels and posts and all, and networks, Facebook networks and groups and all. So yeah, there are more and more counseling services. So I guess there is going to be huge difference in the coming years, and certainly people will get more help, more support, and there'll be big change in the society. So that will control, yeah, uh, that will control many other aspects of life of the people as well. I guess that we will be able to see them more healthier and more balanced with their family life and with their own life as well.
All right, thank you so much. And how do you see the role of holistic empowerment evolving in the next few years?
Sure. The role of holistic empowerment evolving in the next few years. I guess it will grow a lot. And certainly, like, there is the saying, heal because your children don't deserve your broken version. So it is very important that, yeah, there are people who are recognizing that they are part in themselves that needs to be healed. Many of us are the victim of the victims. So whatever we have been given from our significant others, many a times knowingly and most of the time unknowingly, still continues being the part of our autopilot, and that needs to be recognized and that needs to be worked on. And I guess certainly, yeah, it is going to be, yeah, this role is going to evolve a lot, and people would be able to identify their dysregulation and, yeah, work on those things.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so let's go to the fun part here. I know that I really appreciate you. Right now, I really appreciate you giving your answers, and they're very profound answers, and I really appreciate that. So let's go to the fun part. Your fun or personal part of you. So, what's something people might be surprised to learn about you outside of your coaching work?
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm the mother of two really gorgeous, beautiful children. I'm very thankful for that. And I have also driven or been the driver of the Ferrari, like being like the first driver and the second driver, and did so many accidents or damaged my car, damaged myself and my family as well. But here I am now with all the skills and qualifications and driving. I drove, became the driver, the third driver like the third boy who learned the things and drove the Ferrari properly. So and then after I'm now in the position that where I can coach and counsel and instruct the new drivers as well. So yeah, this might be something interesting. As I mentioned earlier, I'm also the work in progress.
Cool, cool. So, yeah, so you drive Ferrari, right? So how? I mean, I cannot imagine how would you drive Ferrari. I mean, like how fast do you drive, if I may ask?
I'm very patient driver. So it is not about the speed, but it is about the fun. Whatever I do celebrate everything, internally I'm happy. And I'm doing patiently. I know where my destination is and I keep going towards there. Keeping my health and family first is very important. So yeah, I'm doing well. The speed does not matter to me.
Okay, cool, cool. And if you had to describe your coaching style in 3 words, what would they be?
I would say outcome focused approach.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so I guess one final question for you, Usha. So, in under 2 minutes, please let your viewers know what you're doing, the services that you offer, and how can they reach or contact you.
Sure. My number is 0432649513 and my email address is support@gv.com.au. My another email address is gvaustralia@gmail.com. That is how they can reach me. What do I offer is first of all, apart from the employee assistance program or well-being program, personally, as you know, that I like to support women in trauma, domestic violence, abuse. So whether it is one-on-one counseling or even if they want to, really be a part of the group we are in, like for the networking purpose, online networking, they are. I'm happy to include them and have different freebies for them. So that is also something that I welcome the people to be a part of the empowerment journey. And I do one-on-one as well as group coaching. I'm also my profile is also there on Psychology Today website as well. So if you write Psychology Today, Usha Sagar, you can also have more details about my all the credentials and my video about what do I do, how do I do it. So and apart from that, yes, as I'm also writing a book that is going to finish within 10 days now, I guess. Hopefully, if everything's worked correctly. And the name of the book is What Your Counselors May Not Tell You. So many times, some people complain that if I go to counselor and like I keep speaking about my things, I get validated for my feelings, but they have something more like they want to do or achieve, but I'm not sure what to do or how to do and all those things. So yeah, there are so many positive, I will say, angels in our own self that might help us. I mean, what are those tools, techniques? What are those awareness things that they can, they that can help them, strengthen them in their journey that they must be aware about? And what are those things that they should prevent them from, damaging them? So and live healthy life, healthy relationship. So I have put all those things in the book. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. If they want to buy that, they can contact me on my phone number or email address.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Usha. So I'm looking forward to reading your book then.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay, so I guess that wraps up our interview with you, Osha. Thank you so much for your time. I really
Thank you.
appreciate. This may not be the first time we will, reach out to you for an interview. We might be, tapping you in the future if we would like to get some, inputs about, because mainly we work with business owners, and we wanted to also, have a relationship with them. We don't just offer, our services with them just for the sake of offering, but we wanted to establish a relationship with them. So again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.